Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 Badge of Honor virtual event recognizing participating citizenship throughout the Greater Tampa Bay Area Council's 9-county service area. We are extremely excited tonight to showcase the work of the men and women of law enforcement, area first responders, and frontline workers who have been instrumental in helping all of us stay safe and move through uncharted circumstances. Tonight, we will provide you a look into how Scouting's values align with those in service to the community and how we work closely to impact our respective communities. We do this through programs like Exploring, like the interactions between Cub Scouts and Scouts BSA programs and our local law enforcement officials and many others. How we work together makes our communities better. In this program, you will hear first from first responders, dignitaries, and others that believe in the values that our program promotes. As well as later, I'll be back to share with you how you can personally help Scouting move forward and successfully get through the rest of 2020 and beyond. Enjoy the program this evening, and thanks for watching.
I think Scouting makes me a better citizen by learning leadership skills that you can incorporate into your daily life.
It makes me a better citizen by being generous to other people, giving, nice, and smarter.
I think Scouting makes me a better citizen by teaching me the laws and the rules.
Some of the things that I would have learned in Scouting or done in Scouting that I wouldn't have been able to do anywhere else, or it would be pocket knife safety as well as camping.
The things I've gotten to do in Scouting are like shooting a BB gun or a wrist rocket or even a bow and arrow.
I wouldn't be able to see people from the other side of the world, from Africa, to learn their culture and how they talk and how they survive.
The things that I've learned in Scouting that could help me through life would be leadership skills, as well as taking responsibility for your actions, and then also to be kind to others.
I have learned to be more kind to people. It used to be really hard because I couldn't make friends, but now Scouting has helped me a lot, and now I have a lot of friends.
I learned how to be kind, obedient, reverent, kind. Did I already say that?
I remember I've seen a few people during a few Boy Scout meetings. Like before Boy Scouts, I had never really met an Eagle Scout. I didn't even know what it was. And now that I've joined Scouting, I've learned what it is, how big of a deal it is that if somebody is an Eagle Scout, and many more things.
My goal is like how to do first aid and like how to live off in the wilderness.
My goal in Scouting would be to be an Eagle Scout, as well as try to contribute to my community as much as possible.
I like the one time I went to Spookery Camp. I love the scary things. It popped out at me and I got scared, but also I laughed a bit and I loved it.
What I would tell someone about Scouting is the camping trips, and you get to go to a spookery, and it's really fun, and you get to meet new people.
Good evening, I'm Rondé Barber, and it's a pleasure to join you all, even if only virtually. I'm here to help recognize the work of our Scouts in the Tampa Bay area and applaud our law enforcement's involvement with the Scouts. As the son of a mother who proudly worked for the Girl Scouts of America for nearly 30 years, I understand deeply the benefits of this valuable program. And though it is many years later, in a different community, having had many life experiences, the ideals of serving God and country and helping others are timeless. Trying times prioritize what is important, and now, more than ever, tying as many threads together for a common cause is essential. So my years as a professional athlete have shown me that you can and should be your very best in the face of adversity, whether that be internal or external. Does that not aptly describe where we all find ourselves? For we are here because our shared obligation of servants to the public unites us in our efforts to safeguard and better the lives of young people in our communities. And I think we all agree that this is impossible without our law enforcement. I have many friends in the Hillsborough Sheriff's Department, and Chad Chronister is a personal friend. And I know he shares the same ideals as I do when we emphasize the necessity of inclusivity in the fabric of the Scouts program we celebrate today. Now, while he and his deputies focus on providing equal opportunities to those less fortunate here, right now, we're joined for the common cause to celebrate their noble works and the lives that will be forever changed. We may not all be leaders of troops or administrators in the Scouts, but you do work tirelessly on behalf of these kids. And that you may never know the name or the face of every single child whose life your program's enhanced, you will know that your commitment has mattered to every single one of them. So when you reflect on the tribulations of these past many months, don't let slip the successes that have also occurred. It's clear that scouting and exploring are relevant today, not in spite of COVID-19, but because of it. As almost every facet of American life has changed, you all have become champions to these young people and their families, and must continue to do so. So we are here to celebrate, because a previously nonverbal little boy living with autism has found his voice among friends in the Cub Scout pack in Citrus County. And we're here to celebrate because a grandmother in Hillsborough County, who just a few months ago scooped up her grandchild off a filthy floor and never looked back, got to see for the first time the pride in his eyes as his new Cub master let him go on his bicycle and wobbled down the greenway on 2 wheels. We are here to celebrate because 4 mothers of 4 boys cried tears of joy at an Eagle Scout ceremony just a few weeks ago in Hernando County. Those 4 first met as kindergartners, but become brothers on a lifelong trail. And at its summit, their mothers looked up and saw boys no longer, but upstanding young men. And now, we're also here to celebrate because the Scouts have joined forces with the Boys and Girls Club and rebranded to include at-risk youth in facilities where deputies are already facilitators and mentors, encouraging life skills that will change their lives forever. Because while enforcing laws and preventing crime is their primary job, so too is their support of services that help our communities. As I've said, there's no nobler mission, no greater investment we can make than in our youth. You may not recognize these boys and girls by name or face, but with a walk through our communities, we can know them. We can see their gentle compassion in birdhouses and park benches placed with care. We see their determination in the spirit of cheerful service in roadsides picked clean of debris. We see their uncompromising sense of duty in a record-breaking 37,000 pounds of food collected for food banks across the Tampa Bay area in February. That same food that would arrive just in time to fill the bellies left empty by this pandemic. We can see them, we can know them, and we are so proud to watch what they can do each and every day. We are perhaps prouder still when we envision what they will do when it is their time to be leaders of the world. After all, we are only borrowing it from them as our parents did of us. So do we all that we can to inspire our youth to a brighter future, a future they will be the architects of. You, ladies and gentlemen, give them the means to be even better. Safe neighborhoods and schools, programs that help them find their ways like scouting and the Sheriff Explorer's Post. We lift them up today knowing that they will be the ones who save us tomorrow. In Hillsborough, Hernando, Hardee, and Highlands County, in Polk and in Pasco and Pinellas, in Sumter and in Citrus, we rise and raise up the little boys and girls who will fill these chairs in a decade or two. Kids from families of every culture, every creed, of every party, of every people. I know that wherever you are now, you would kneel down on all fours and let these children step on your backs for a chance to climb to a better future. Because that's what it is to be a selfless servant. That's why we honor and celebrate you all, while we recognize our friends in law enforcement. Their commitment and your investment of time and resources have made the lives of our children possible. We will never know the innumerous acts of self-sacrifice you have made to that end. But the 10,000 young people registered in scouting and exploring programs owe many of their opportunities to you. And though I can't thank you all for 10,000 times on each of their behalves, know that they're out there dreaming of a new world we will watch them build because of you. Cheers and thank you.
My name is Tevin Tony. I'm a deputy sheriff with the Highlands County Sheriff's Office, currently assigned to the COPS unit, which is Community-Oriented Policing Services unit, and I've been a law enforcement officer for approximately 3 years.
My name is Megan Williams. I've been with the Sheriff's Office for about 3 years. I am a detective with the Special Victims Unit here at Highlands County Sheriff's Office.
The Highlands County Sheriff's Office has the same values in regards to community policing. Community policing is pretty much when you are entering these communities that you serve and engaging with members of the community, not just in a reactive manner, but speaking with them in a positive manner. Prior to them calling, just having general conversations, meeting with stakeholders, and just being very involved in a positive manner. That way they feel more comfortable dealing with you.
Working with the Sheriff's Office, it really fosters community relations. We interact with the public every day, good, bad, different, indifferent. The nicer you are to people, usually the more respectful you are to people, the more respect you get. Working within the community that I grew up in has been an honor, and I love to serve it. Working with the Sheriff's Office just fosters that tight-knit community that we have here in Highlands County.
The scouting programs helps law enforcement officers a lot because they start from a young age learning good character values and values of integrity and just being outstanding citizens. And as they make contact with people in these communities, they impact them in a way to model their actions somewhat. That way we're serving a better community and a more involved community that wants to see better in Highlands County.
Yes, the scouting program has a very positive impact on the community. It fosters good all-around individuals, morally and character development that we as law enforcement deal with every day. It has fostered good all-around people that we as law enforcement interact with and enjoy interacting with. And like I said, the more respect that we give you, we typically get back. And that is a big part of law enforcement.
What an incredibly unique year 2020 has proven to be. It is my sincere hope that your family has remained safe throughout the entirety of this situation. In spite of unprecedented times, the Greater Tampa Bay Area Council, its board, its key volunteers, and its staff have remained determined to provide quality scouting programs, fun and memorable experiences, and life-changing personal growth opportunities for the Scouts and their adult partners alike. We are proud of the accomplishments our collective efforts have achieved this year. 10,452 youth served, 405 scouting units in our area, the swift formation of a knowledgeable COVID committee, the effective transition to virtual programming, and back to socially distanced activities during the pandemic. Successfully conducted 2 food drives, generating thousands of pounds of food and support from multiple food banks in our area. From virtual chapel services to socially distanced service and conservation projects, the Scouts in our area stood tall during this time. Sterling examples of the values that bind us all together as Americans. Values that we share with our Badge of Honor recipients, the men and women of law enforcement, first responders, and frontline workers. In the early days of the pandemic, and quite frankly every day, first responders run to danger when the rest of us are inclined to distance ourselves from it. The selfless service above self is an undeniable characteristic of those we honor this evening. We ask you tonight, in the name, honor, and recognition of the many men and women who sacrifice everything to keep us safe, we ask that you consider making a contribution to support Scouting. Your donation could be instrumental in helping us continue providing the quality programming that will shape the lives and perspectives of the next generation of local heroes. To make a gift tonight, text the name of your county and the letters FL to 41444. Hillsborough, text Hillsborough FL to 41444. If you are in one of the 9 counties within our council footprint, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Polk, Hernando, Citrus, Sumter, Hardy, or Highlands, please consider supporting the values of Scouting as tonight's Badge of Honor event continues. I want to sincerely thank the men and women of law enforcement, first responders, and frontline workers for their sacrifices, and I want to thank anyone who decides to stand with Scouting in continuing the positive impact we are striving for in the greater Tampa Bay area.
Hi, I'm Senator Rick Scott. I had the opportunity to become a Cub Scout in 2nd grade, and I became a Boy Scout when I was 11 years old. The lessons I learned as I became an Eagle Scout have helped me all of my life. I want to thank all of the volunteers, all of the troop leaders, all of the law enforcement that help our Scouts. Keep up your great work and never stop pursuing your dreams.
My favorite part of Scouting is probably being able to interact with a whole bunch of people, different people that I wouldn't be able to interact with normally.
My favorite part of Scouting is going camping, because you can sit next to your friends and family and roast marshmallows and tell some nice stories.
My favorite part of Scouting is camping and doing the activities.
Favorite memory in Scouting was me getting a Pinewood Derby trophy, and my brother didn't.
My favorite part of Scouting is marshmallows. The marshmallows are amazing. Also camping. I love camping and the marshmallows.